Hi everyone. Today we will study multiplication of polynomials. Let's begin with multiplication of monomials. The rule is multiply the numerical coefficients and multiply the literal coefficients or the variables following the laws of exponent. Let's see the first example. 4x cubed times 3x raised to 5. We understand this dot here denotes multiplication. So we're going to multiply these two terms. So the rule says we're going to multiply the numbers. So that is 4 times 3. We will get 12. And the x cubed multiplied to the x raised to 5. We will add exponents. So we have x raised to 8. So the final answer here is 12x raised to 8. Second example, 2x raised to 4 y cubed times the negative 5x squared y. So the parenthesis here denotes multiplication. So we will multiply the numbers. The 2 times the negative 5, we will get negative 10. The x raised to 4 multiplied to the x squared, we will get the x raised to 6. The y cubed multiplied to y, so there is a exponent 1, so 3 plus the 1 equals the exponent 4, so y raised to 4. Our final answer is negative 10 x raised to 6 y raised to 4. Example 3. Sometimes problem will come like this. Find the product of negative 3x squared y cubed z raised to 4 and the term negative 2x raised to 4 z. Let us rewrite the problem into this form. So using the parenthesis symbol to denote multiplication. So let's begin the multiplication. Let's start with the numbers. The negative 3 multiplied to the negative 2 will get a positive 6. The x squared multiplied to the x raised to 4, we will get this x raised to 6. The y cubed, there's no variable y on the other term. We will just copy the y cubed. The z raised to 4 multiplied to the z with exponent 1. So we add the exponents, so 4 plus 1 becomes 5. Z raised to 5. So our final answer is 6x raised to 6 y cubed z raised to 5. Example 4, when we multiply negative 5a by the term 2b. In here we can see that there is no common variable. So what we'll do, first we will multiply the numbers. Negative 5 multiplied by 2, we will get the negative 10. And the variables a and b, we'll just put them together in the final answer. So our final answer here is negative 10 ab. Example 5, the terms are 2/3 x cubed 5/7 x squared. So we multiply the numbers. In this case, we have fractions. So the numerator multiplied to numerator, denominator multiplied to denominator. So we have the 2 times 5 becomes 10, 3 times 7 is 21. For the x cubed times x squared, we will get the x raised to 5. So the final answer, 10/21, x raised to 5. Let's go now to multiplication of monomial and polynomial. Rule says multiply the monomial to all terms of the polynomial. Let's have example 1. The 3x is multiplied to the polynomial x squared plus 2x minus 10. So what we'll do, this 3x, we will multiply to each term of the trinomial here. Let's begin with the 3x multiplied to x squared. We will get this 3x cubed. Then 3x multiplied by 2x, we will get the 6x squared. The third, 3x multiplied by negative 10, we will get this negative 30x. So our final answer, 3x cubed plus 6x squared minus 30x. Example 2, the polynomial and the monomial can be interchanged in position. So in here we have the polynomial x squared y cubed plus 2x plus 3y times the monomial 5xy. So the same procedure, each term of this polynomial will be multiplied to the monomial. Let's start with the x squared y cubed times 5xy. We will get the 5x cubed y raised to 4. As we see here, the x squared with the x with exponent 1 will get x cubed. With the y cubed multiplied to the y with power 1, we'll have the y raised to 4. Next is the 2x multiplied to the 5xy. The numbers becomes 10, 2 times 5 is 10. For the x and x becomes x squared. The y, there is no y in the term here, so we'll just copy the y in the product. So 10x squared y. The next is the 3y multiplied to the 5xy. We'll get 15. There is no x on the first term here, so we have the x, we simply copy, and then the y times y, we'll get the y squared. So our final answer, 5x cubed y raised to 4 plus 10x squared y plus 15x y squared. Let's go now to multiplication of polynomials. The rule says multiply each term of the first factor polynomial, that is the multiplicand, to each term of the second factor polynomial, that is the multiplier. Then we add like terms, if any. Example 1, 3x plus 5 multiplied by 2x minus 1. So what we'll do, the first term 3x of the first group will be multiplied to the terms of the other group. So the 3x is multiplied to 2x, we'll get the 6x squared. 3x multiplied by negative 1, we'll get the negative 3x. The next is the 5, the second term of the first group, we will multiply to all terms of the second group. So 5 times 2x, you will get the 10x, and 5 times negative 1, we will get the negative 5. And then we will see if there is a like terms. As we see here, the negative 3x and the 10x are like terms, so we can add them. So the negative 3x plus 10x becomes positive 7x, and then the final answer is this 6x squared plus 7x minus 5. Example 2, 2x plus 1 multiplied by the x squared plus 3x plus 4. So what we'll do, the 2x, the first term of the first group, we will multiply to all the terms of the other group. So the 2x multiplied to x squared, we will get the 2x cubed. 2x times 3x, you'll get the 6x squared. 2x times 4, you'll get the plus 8x or positive 8x. The next is this one here, we will multiply also to all the terms of the other group. So 1 times x squared, we will get the x squared. 1 times the positive 3x, here is positive 3x, and 1 times the positive 4, we will get here plus 4. And then we will observe for some like terms. As we see here, the 6x squared and the x squared are like terms. Also, the 8x and the 3x are all like terms. So we can combine those like terms. So the 6x squared and the x squared, both positive, becomes 7x squared. The 8x and the 3x, also both positive, is equal to 11x. So we just bring down the 2x cubed, we bring down the constant 4. So the final answer here is 2x cubed plus 7x squared plus 11x plus 4. Let's go to example 3. A plus b multiplied to the c plus d. So the a is multiplied to the terms of the second group. A times c will give ac, then a times d will get the ad. Next is the b multiplied to the terms of the other group. So b times c is bc, then b times d is bd. So our final answer is this ac plus ad plus bc plus bd. Hi everyone, today we will study special products and we will discuss the sum and difference of two terms, and another form of special product is the square of binomial. First, let us define special products. Special products are simply special cases of multiplying certain types of polynomials together. Let's begin with our first special product, and that is the sum and difference of two terms. And the pattern is like this. We have x plus y multiplied by the x minus y. So the x, or the first term of the first group, is the same with the first term of the second group. The second term of the first group is the same with the second term of the second group. The only difference here is the sign. This is plus, the other is minus. Or sometimes we can put the minus sign here and the plus sign on the second group. So according to the rule, the answer here is the first term, that is x, we will put a square and then minus, and that is always minus. The second term, y, will be squared. Let's have a quick multiplication for this x plus y times x minus y. So we have to multiply x by x, we will get the x squared. We multiply x by the negative y, we will get this negative xy. The y multiplied to x, we will get the yx, or we can put xy to show that the similarity with the other term here. So we'll put xy, and y multiplied by negative y, we will get the negative y squared. Then we can see that we can cancel the negative xy and the positive xy here. So copying the remaining terms, x squared and then minus y squared. And we can see that this product is the same with our formula here. So now we are ready to take some examples. Example 1, x plus 5 multiplied by x minus 5. So we will use our formula. We will take the first term x and then we will square that. Then minus, we will get the second term 5 and we will square that. And then we will just simplify each term to be x squared minus 25. So this is our final answer. Let's have example 2. 2x minus 10 times 2x plus 10. So this time the negative sign comes first and the plus sign is in the second polynomial. So the same idea, we can use this formula. So what we'll do, the 2x, that is the first term, we will put it here and square that. And then minus the 10, the second term, put it here and then square that. And we will simplify each term. So the 2x all raised to 2 becomes 4x squared. Then minus the 10 squared is 100. So this is our final answer. Example 3, 4x plus 7y squared multiplied by 4x minus 7y squared. The first term 4x is squared, then minus the 7y squared is again squared. So we simplify 4x all raised to 2, it becomes 16x squared, and then minus the 7y squared is raised to 2, so it becomes 49y raised to 4. So this is our final answer. Let's go now to the square of binomial, and this is of the form, the first part is x plus y raised to 2. So this is the sum of two terms and raised to 2. In the book, we write the answer it to be x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. It means to say, if we're going to square a binomial or the sum of two terms, we expect three terms in the final answer. So let us examine one by one. The first term here is simply the square of this x. So you see here it is x squared. The middle term, the constant 2 will always be there. And then the xy here is actually the product of these two terms, x times y. So this is xy. And the y square here is the square of this y, the second term of our binomial. So that is y squared. So again, when we square a binomial, the answer will be three terms, and this answer is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. So let's have a quick multiplication of this x plus y all raised to 2, this square of binomial here. So what we'll do, first, we are going to expand the exponent. The power 2 simply means we have x plus y times x plus y. And then we will do the long method of multiplication. One by one, we will multiply the x with the x. We will get x squared. X multiplied by y, we will get the xy. And then the y multiplied to x, we will get the yx, or we can write it also as xy. And the y multiplied by y, we will get the y squared. There are like terms that we can combine. xy, another xy, we'll put 2xy. So the final answer, x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. We can see that this product here is the same with our special product on top here. It means to say, we can now use this formula in some of our examples. So example 1, the a plus 3 is raised to 2. So in our answer, we expect three terms represented by these three blanks. So the first is the a is squared. The middle term, the a and the 3 are multiplied here with the 2 constant. We will not forget the 2. And that is for the middle term. And the last blank is for the 3 to be squared here. And then we will simplify each term. So the a raised to 2 becomes a squared. The middle term, 2 times a times 3 becomes 6a. And the 3 squared is 9. So the final answer is a squared plus 6a plus 9. Example 2. 5x plus 2y all raised to 2. So for our 3 terms, directly I put here. So the 5x comes from the first term and it is squared. The middle term, the times 2, the constant 2 is here. And then I copy the 2 terms, the 5x and the 2y are here. And the last term will be the 2y must be squared. And then simplify each term. So the 5x power 2 becomes 25x squared. The middle term, 2 times 5 is 10, times 2 is 20. And the xy will just include. So the middle term is 20xy plus the last term, the 2y is squared. It's now equal to 4y squared. Let's go to the second part of the square of binomial when we have a difference of 2 terms and it is squared. So x minus y all raised to 2. In the books, we will see that the answer is x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. Actually, we have the same idea with our first part. If you look at the first term here, the x squared, it comes from the first term of the binomial that is squared. So this is from x becomes x squared. If you look at the middle term, we simply multiply by 2 and then times the product of these 2 terms here. So x multiplied by negative y, you will get a negative sign. That's why you see here there is a negative sign. So negative 2xy in the middle term. And the y square actually comes when we square a negative y. Of course, we know that negative times negative will be positive. That's why here it is positive y squared. So these are the 3 terms when we square a binomial like this, the difference of 2 terms. So let us have a quick multiplication to verify our product here. So the x minus y all raised to 2, we can show that this is x minus y times x minus y. Then we will do the long method of multiplication. We distribute one term to the other terms. So you see here x times x will give us x squared. X times negative y is negative xy. Then the negative y times x can be written as negative xy also. Negative y times negative y is positive y squared. You see here the middle terms, they are like terms that we can add together. So we have x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. And that is the same product that we see on this formula on top. So we can now use this formula to solve some products of this pattern. Let's have example 1. 1 minus 2x raised to 5 all raised to 2. So we have the 3 terms here. The first term is the square of the number 1. In the middle, I put the constant 2. I copied the 1. I copied this 2x raised to 5. Actually, the negative sign is already in front. And the last term is the 2x raised to 5 power 2. there is no issue if you put also the negative sign here. Anyway, because of the square here, later it will just be deleted. Then we simplify each term. 1 square, we know it is 1. So the middle term minus 2 times 2 is 4, x raised to 5, and then plus 4x raised to 10. So this is our final answer. Let's have example 2. 4x minus 3y all raised to 2. So our three terms, the 4x is squared here in the first term, and then minus. I will put my constant 2. Then I will copy the 4x is here, the 3y is here. And then plus, for the third term, the 3y is squared on the last term. And then we will simplify all the three terms. For the 4x, all raised to 2 becomes 16x squared. The middle term, 2 times 4 is 8 times 3 is 24. And then the xy are included in the middle term. And the last term is 3y all raised to 2 becomes 9y squared. So this is our final answer. Let us have more sample problems. Problem 1, simplify the following. We have here three expressions. Let's begin with A. This is multiplication of monomial by a trinomial. We're going to do distributive property here. That means this monomial we will multiply to each of the terms of the trinomial inside the grouping symbol. Let's begin with negative 4y squared z squared times 3y squared. The answer is negative 12y raised to 4 z squared. Then negative 4y squared z squared times positive 12yz. The answer is negative 48y cubed z cubed. Next, negative 4y squared z squared times negative z squared. That will be positive 4y squared z raised to 4. This is now the final answer. Problem B, we have binomial multiplied by another binomial. We're going to take the first term of this group multiplied to the terms of the other group. Let's begin with 7q times 3q. We have 21q squared. Then 7q times negative 8. We have negative 56q. Then we take the number 4 multiplied to the terms of the other group. So 4 times 3q, we have positive 12q. Then 4 times negative 8, we have negative 32. We can see here that the two middle terms can be combined. So finally we copy 21q squared. This negative 56q plus 12q is now negative 44q. Then we copy the negative 32. Problem C, a plus 10 times the quantity 3a squared plus a minus 5. Let's begin with taking the first term, which is a, multiplied to each of the terms of the other group. Let's begin with a times 3a squared. We have 3a cubed. Then a times a, we have positive a squared. Next, a times negative 5. We have here negative 5a. Then we take the number 10 multiplied to each of the terms of the other group also. Let's begin with 10 times 3a squared. That is positive 30a squared. 10 times a, we have positive 10a. Then 10 times negative 5, we have negative 50. From here, let us combine like terms. We copy first the 3a cubed, then we combine a square and 30a square. That will be positive 31a square. We combine negative 5a with positive 10a. That will be positive 5a. Then we copy the negative 50. This is now the final answer. Problem 2, perform the operation. We have here two expressions. Let's begin with A. The square of the binomial y plus the fraction 1 over 4. We have our special product, the square of the quantity x plus y, and we have three terms in the answer. So let's apply this product in here. We have y, that is squared, plus the constant 2 times the first term y times the fraction 1 over 4, plus the third term, this 1 over 4, we will put the square. Then let us simplify. In the middle term, this constant 2 can be cancelled with the denominator 4. And this 4 becomes 2, while the number 2 here becomes 1. So finally, we have y squared plus y over 2 plus the square of 1 over 4 is simply 1 square over 4 square. So we write here 1 over 16. Expression B, 9c plus 5 times 9c minus 5. We will follow our special product, x plus y times x minus y, and the answer is first term, that is squared, minus the second term, that is squared. Now, the expression here equals 9c, that is the first term, we put the power 2, minus the number 5 with the power 2. Then we simplify. The square of 9c is 81c squared, minus 5 squared is 25. This is now the final answer.